you just didn't get to it. All right, so Luke, if you wouldn't mind
We are
setting up the
already
recording.
live. We're all good.
Oh, we are already live.
I mean,
Okay.
like literally just now.
Okay. All right. So, first, before we do anything else, you guys got some hero points last session.
Yep.
Yeah, what do we do with those?
Right. So you can turn those into a basically a floating bonus sort of thing that you can use anytime in the in this session. But if you don't use them, you lose them. So, how many hero points did you guys get up to last time?
We maxed out.
All right. Yeah. So you can have 5 plus 1 bonuses, or 1 plus 4 and 1 plus 1, or any combination where you end up at 5 eventually.
Okay.
So the bonuses always cap out at +4.
No, you could go up to plus 5.
Oh, nice.
You could have a plus 5, I think.
They just don't have a spot for it, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no. Yes, it does cap
And
out
this
at
applies.
plus 4.
This can apply to after dice roll, right? Or do we have to declare use the bonus?
You have to declare to use the bonus beforehand. Like any other bonus, you declare it, then you roll, then you resolve.
Mm.
Because there is a specific, I think it's a red ability that lets you do it in the
Aftermath.
do it in the aftermath. But yeah, so just mark down somewhere what your bonuses are, and remember that you are going to have to narratively justify using them.
Okay.
So you
How
have
so?
So when you use a bonus, you say, well, remember last issue when I did this? Well, because of that, I get a bonus to this roll.
Oh, geez, I don't remember what I. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can be pretty loose. Like, the last session was literally a Halloween store attacked you, and then you
Attack the Halloween store.
Yeah, and then you attack the Halloween store. Like,
Okay.
you don't have to be super specific, but the point is to use it kind of like a callback to the previous issue.
All right. Okay.
Continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a side note. How is experience gained and spent?
How it works is you collect a number of back issues. Once you have 6, that becomes a collection.
Okay.
And you can spend collections to do things like ignore a minor twist, or re-roll one of your dice, or forge something into into the like reality of the universe.
It's like a fate point.
Yeah, it's like a fate point.
Okay.
And at the end of a collection, or basically at the end of an adventure, you can do a rebuild of your character, but your numbers do not go up. Basically,
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's trying to kind of
like
model.
That.
Yeah, what it's trying to do is model the like comics thing of heroes are as powerful as they are, and they don't really get stronger in stories. They just do different things. So
I can respect it, at least. It's weird though.
Yeah. It unfortunately it unfortunately doesn't work in RPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is if you have a line for criticism, but there's a reason why Spirit of the Century only had one edition, and it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well,
when there isn't a when there's no character progression. When there's no numbers that can go up, then RPG wise, it doesn't really stand.
Well, if
I
numbers
assume
don't,
that many people have told them this at this point, and they have not changed anything. So
John, you said they only can do a rebuild, right? That means they don't get to have more abilities, or they can't say get some more of those add some more green or yellow abilities kind of thing, and kind of
nope,
at least expand the pool.
nope,
Wow, you don't even get that option.
yep, it's
Yeah, well, let's just see how it plays.
yeah,
Well,
yeah. The
playing through one
rules,
collection is fine. It's just afterwards, it's now where it's gonna be.
yeah. Well, the rules as written are that collections are supposed to be your advancement, and like they're supposed to represent your character's ability to like mitigate like penalties. The thing is, you guys rolled really well last session, where you basically never got any minor twists on any of your overcomes. So
I think literally I was the only one that did that.
like that is statistically like really weird, because I have seen groups like fall over themselves trying to solve problems.
Okay.
Like the yeah, I've
Hang on a second. Are you saying we were too competent?
yes.
That is an accusation I have never heard leveled against this group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
no,
not-
you were surprisingly competent.
Not that we
all
were
of
too
last session.
competent, just that the dice were in our favor for once.
That's- Yeah, again, that's not something that usually happens with you guys, especially Luke.
Oh, poor Luke.
You can't see me flip off the microphone, but know that I'm
Oh,
doing
no.
so.
I mean,
They hated him.
show me
because he
evidence to
spoke the
prove me
truth.
wrong, Luke.
I don't have a webcam. And you know what? There we go.
But yeah,
I'm not sure that's what he was asking for evidence for, Luke.
I did not come
yeah.
here for this kind of harassment. It's a
I
different
mean,
type of harassment I
to
look for.
put things into perspective, when I ran this for my other group, instead of taking the wards apart like piece by piece, one of my players decided, I'm just gonna blow the building up. So
That
the
doesn't sound that
failure
heroic.
for the failure for not completing getting rid of all the runes before the scene tracker ends is the building blows up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Well, when you make it so that the building blowing up isn't the negative consequence of your characters.
To be fair, living in that city, having the hero destroy your building's probably covered under insurance, whereas some eldritch thing blowing it up probably isn't. So who knows? Maybe that was actually, of the two options, the better one.
yeah. So
I'm pretty sure
I'm just saying,
Eldritch-
you guys are doing pretty well. Like the ability to mitigate minor twists is actually very powerful in this game, because normally you get them a lot. But I mean, let's get into things, and we'll see how things roll.
I'll just try not to give you guys overcome bonuses like all I was doing last session.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of the thing, is that by giving out, like, having a character whose only deal is I give you a bonus, try not to fail, is very powerful. It's a strategy my group did not use. Right. So, I assume everybody is following Citizen Wrath towards the university. Is that what's happening?
Is Guy's okay after she put him through a wall?
I mean, these guys, so.
Fair.
So what happened, John? I kind of missed that. Can you please repeat?
I was just asking if the group is going after Citizen Wrath towards the university.
I heard something about guys. That's why I wanted clarity there.
Oh. Well, if you remember last session, we made the joke that the reason why Citizen Wrath decided to blow up a room was because guys appeared and commented on the title of the issue to her.
100%
she
pure
said-
erectionite.
Yeah, which she said that she was gonna blow up her room if that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, you blame me.
So, but then I assume Citizen Wrath continued on towards the university. Yes.
Yeah.
Onwards.
Yeah.
Da-la-la-la-la.
Okay. So, Citizen Wrath, what do you actually do? Like, what is your? I assume you are studying at the university.
Yes, I'm a freshman there.
Mm-hmm. Well, what is your what faculty are you in?
Psychology.
Freshman buddies, high five.
I'm in the psychology department.
Okay.
You're gonna need it.
So, arriving on campus, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Are you heading towards the library from the information you got from Dallahan?
Yes.
All right. So this is going to be a montage scene, which allows everyone to recover up to their next highest level of health. So if you're in red, you go up to the top of yellow. If you're on yellow, you go up to the top of the green. If you're in green, just fill up your health.
So just for heal, if you're yellow.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Okay.
I remember the last time I dealt with academiology. Unfortunately, my profession's no longer accepted.
Academiology?
It was the only true science of the mind, phrenology.
No! Get out!
That was disproven a long, long time ago.
Okay.
Sorry.
Polly just kind of goes over to Dallahan and just kind of leans forward and goes, "Can you take a look at me bone structure and tell me if I've got a criminal disposition? I always wondered."
Okay, so the other thing that happens in
Caliper.
the other thing that happens in montage scenes is you can either participate in the investigation or create a boost for the next scene. It's your choice, but if nobody does the investigation, you will get the bare minimum facts.
I'll investigate then.
I'll investigate.
I'm also going to be investigating.
Well, then me and Ed are gonna fuck around.
Pretty much, with some
Oh.
calipers.
I put a round at
No!
the end of that. Mind, gutter, please disengage.
Right. So, you two can roll to create boosts for yourself. Just, fill the die pool. You are, the scene is green, so whatever your... I assume nobody was actually brought to red by the previous scene, so everyone should be back to full.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you were in red, then you're just back up to yellow.
Oh yeah, I didn't get that to red.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys can just roll and note down what your bonuses are. So when you get to the library, being that you are all pretty obviously superheroes, the librarian asks if you're here about the break-in.
Yes.
Break.
100% here about the break-in. What happened?
So the librarian tells you that somebody broke into the rare books collection and stole a book called The Fabric of Despair.
Why is there a rare book in this campus called The Fabric of Despair?
It's about a former professor who used to wear lycra.
Ugh.
Thus the fabric of despair.
Oh yes,
God damn it.
it's in the true crime section.
Uh, the answer is it's a rare book, and they're a big university.
I guess.
Do you know if anyone else has another version that we can or do you guys have another one that we can check to see if why someone might want to steal that one book in particular?
No, they stole the only copy, and as far as they know, there is no other copies like that you could get to in a reasonable amount of time, and nobody has like scanned this book in to digitize it.
Is there like a place where we can get, let's say, ask for a quick summary kind of thing?
I mean, you could do research about it.
Sure, I'll do some research on it then.
Okay.
Is that overcome?
Yep, that's an overcome.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna use my principle of science then for investigation. Then.
If other people want to take other routes of investigation, you could also talk to the curator of the rare books collection.
That is what I will be
look at-
doing.
Yep. You could look at the camera footage, or you could physically examine the rare books room.
Oh, let me just see. What is she best at here? Oh,
Uh,
where would she be best?
I can talk to the curator. I do have a lot of social stats, so
Mariposa, do you want to go look at this rare book collection?
You can't. You guys did bonuses. You're
Oh, that's
messing around with doing phrenology.
right. Fair enough.
We're the comic
Yeah,
relief for this
John,
section.
I'm gonna use. Give me a second. Let's see.
We're gonna map Mariposa's skull.
I'm gonna use one of my +2s that I got from the hero points to on my roll.
Okay. And what from last time are you bringing up to?
Just saying, use some of the samples I scanned from the thing to see if there's anything traces that way. Kind of thing.
Okay.
And okay, I got the +2, and I rolled principle of science, so I use my max dice, and my max dice is 6 + 2 is 8, so it is action completely succeeds, and we all get a hero point.
Okay.
Okay.
The Fabric of Despair contains very dangerous dark magic and mystic lore.
And it was not protected by actual magical wards. Or were those broken?
No, I mean it was protected by it. The rare book room is not easily accessed.
there's key
There are-
cards and stuff.
Yeah, there's key cards and stuff. It's but yeah. You also know from your research that the book was once in the hands of the Cult of Gloom.
Cult of Gloom.
What's
Yes.
the Cult of Gloom?
I love that band.
Worshippers of Gloomweaver.
Ugh.
That's not a great look,
No, not at all.
especially with the Citizens of the Dawn.
Yeah.
Did anybody else want to make overcomes to find out more things?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm just trying to.
I'll do my I don't know if I can argue youth into this because I don't think me being young is helpful here. But I'm gonna use my Presence plus rising pop star plus my status die in order to talk to the curator, who's totally a fan of me, and see if he knows anything about these books or what happened at the break-in or anything like that.
Sure.
All right, so that is 882. So that'll be an 8, I believe.
Yep. Okay. So talking with the curator has, worked with this book and like read it to try and like, he hasn't actually done any of the, dark magics, but he has an idea of these things, and describes some of the contents to you, explaining that the book would definitely has spells for putting somebody in a coma and stealing their powers, but you need something like a personal token of theirs, like a lock of hair or something.
Stealing their powers?
Mm-hmm.
That's not good either.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing that Legacy is in a coma. It's another thing entirely that someone has Legacy's powers.
Mm-hmm.
We know for a fact that they've been trying for this.
Actually, do I hear the conversation with that Citizen Raph is having with the curator?
And that's Lemon Escape.
Yeah, Senator Wrath was also kind of there, also chatting.
Yeah, I assume we're collating information.
Yeah, I want to ask actually from some of the rituals you read in the book, do you know any that might deal with what's it totem? No, not totem. So what's voodoo magic? That kind of
Sympathetic.
Sympathetic. That's the word.
Well, yeah, that's why they have his hair to steal.
Yeah.
Well, so the statue as well, as I'm saying, kind of meant more that way.
Oh.
Because I think they're using the statue, not here.
Oh.
Statue and here.
What if they're doing like they're taking the statue and putting the powers into the statue somehow, and now they have control over a legacy. Ooh, that's not good.
So, Nate, did you figure out what you wanted to roll, or?
I'm gonna go ahead and look for because no one has actually looked in the rare books room, have they?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I can use any quality to overcome there.
Yeah.
Anything I can spend.
Yep, that's how overcomes work.
Okay. I will spin citizen hatred. I'm looking for I am looking for evidence of the citizens who would have come through here.
Sure.
So, and then I just roll. In that case, I would just roll 2 status dice and my quality, right?
It's your quality.
If you don't have a power, you roll a d4.
Okay. I mean, I don't have any. I don't have a power that would be applicable here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what powers do you have?
Cosmic, signature weapon, strength, and leaping. None of these are applicable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me just grab a D4. Make a bunch of
I've
noise
been
while I do
using
so.
gadgets for my investigations.
I feel like I'm being extremely useless with my phrenology when I have quality of shell shock professor.
Yeah, no, you would have been real useful.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm using my power of gadgets to basically say about my supercomputer on my wrist to help me Google.
Mhm.
So I'm getting away with it.
Okay, and then it's just my mid die. So I got a 6. I'll go ahead and use one of my hero points
Okay.
from last session to get a +2. So I would use 2 hero points for a +2, right?
Yeah.
You convert the hero points into your bonuses beforehand. So I converted my 5 to 2 + 2 to 1
Oh,
+ 1.
okay.
And then I use one of my +2s to get a +2.
Okay. Well, then I'll just go ahead and have a +2 and a +3.
Sure. Sounds good.
But I just used the +2. So okay. Yeah. So this is calling back on she's been on a warpath for the citizens of the sun, and this is just a continuation.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sounds good. Makes sense.
So yeah, that puts me at an 8.
All right. So that's another success without any twists. Okay, so you look around and you can from what you can tell, who when they came in here they knew exactly what they were looking for. They didn't like toss boxes or you know do any like searching. They knew exactly where they were going. So this wasn't a like something.
This wasn't just a smash and grab.
Yeah, it wasn't a
Mhm.
smash and grab. It wasn't a let's see if there's something good here. They knew exactly what they were looking for. So you realize that they're that Blood, Sweat, and Tears had a bit of a reputation in the citizens because they were never satisfied with just doing a thing. They had to like try several things,
Right.
and they like to dabble in lots of different kinds of magic, more or less whatever they could get away with getting their hands on. So you figure that while putting Legacy in a coma might be part of their plan, it's probably not like the entirety of it. And that the statue has to have something to do with it. When you bring this up to the like this combined with the other information you guys have gathered, sparks something in the curator's memory of the book that the Fabric of Despair isn't about like wouldn't have anything about annihilating an object. So it's not like they could have just disintegrated the statue. But what it does pertain to is things like dimensional movement or shifting things out of phase with reality, and says that if they to get rid of something that big, that might be what they did.
They made the statue disappear?
Yeah.
Wonder what they did that for.
Well, it was to take a piece of Legacy. I'm under the assumption that this is like taking a sympathetic token,
Probably.
and that the the that the book that they had taken from here would have taught them how to do that, and they also knew exactly what to do and where to get it. How did they break in? Did they like just smash and grab?
It looks like they stole an access card from an employee who thought he had lost it, but had and then just used it to gain access in the middle of the night when nobody else was around. They mentioned that the card went missing earlier in the week, so this isn't again clear planning, not like a whim.
This was a heist with language.
I asked if they still have any recordings, like surveillance videos of the area, to see if we can maybe see them when they first found out about the book and tasted it, kind of thing, find if the book's actually there or not.
You mean you want to see if they were scoping it out?
I was just scoping out and also see if we have any video, get better idea of when they took the book, kind of thing. Actually, no, we got the video. Never mind, we got that.
Yeah, no, you have the video. They took it last night. But yeah, so so what you realize is if you want to draw out blood, sweat, and tears, you're probably going to have to start messing with their plans. And so far, the only piece of that is the missing statue. So you might need to head back to the park.
Well, guys, time to go back to the park.
Seems like it.
Although
I take a selfie with the curator and shout him out for being such a big help.
Great. Are you good?
Yeah, we're good. Do you have a handle
Okay.
strike, Haggy, or just want me to say your name? Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And
all right.
The smaller frontal.
Oh my God! It's a bunk science. Stop.
I'm just letting Mary Posa know why she was into piracy growing up.
No,
that does not work.
This thing that you were saying here, Doctor. I'm just gonna say right now, it's hella racist.
I will say the most awkward part about this all is the fact that, unlike most people, Mariposa's ocular lobes are sunk in. So, because she doesn't have eyeballs, that's the joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, back to the park then.
Oh, I fear that we've exhausted much of what we can do at the park. Anyone have any ideas?
Well, if we know now that it's magic, we can mess around with the statue a bit more, or at least
if it's just probably being dimensionally displaced, then that means there might be something there that's anchoring the spell, and if we destruct it, we can bring the statue back. Maybe? I don't know. I'm more into the... Don't know much about have not studied as much of this magic.
All right, so we travel back to the park in the span of a single page turn. And you are all standing around the pedestal where the statue is supposed to be.
Did we get a chance to do that boost?
Yeah, so if you guys want to roll that.
Once again, I'm trying to rework out precisely what I roll again. Power, quality, and status.
Yep.
Status is going to be a D6. Quality.
Probably a D4, a D10, and a D6. Well, a 3, a 2, and a 2, so I'm assuming...
That's going to be a +1.
Yeah.
I mean, a +1's still good.
Yeah, still +1.
Yeah.
Waiting for this to pop up.
And
So it's the power, quality, and my status die. So this one, I guess, cosmic power, shell shocked professor, and my green status is a D10, a D10, and a D6.
Sure.
How many of us have cosmic power?
All of us probably.
Nope.
I don't.
I don't.
I do.
Okay, so three of the 5 of us. Okay.
6, a 2, and a 1.
Okay, so that's going to be
technically
2
you're
because it's a mid die. So you also get
Gravity
a
gun.
+1.
Okay.
You get a +1 for knowledge bonus.
Why?
Okay. Phrenology may be bunked, but are you gonna tell me that humorism is also a false science?
Yes.
I got nothing against comedy.
That's a different one.
Okay.
I need
So-
to check your gallbladder, Mariposa, to see if your yellow bile is in balance. But I
Alright.
just can't seem to find it.
It's back in me quarters in my phylactery.
Okay.
Your own gallbladder is your Horcrux? Really?
No, it'd be in my Horcrux. Sounds like a one-legged prostitute. I'll be seeing myself out.
Please.
We'll
Please
get
do.
We'll get to the crux of this problem, Mariposa.
I will say I know you're doing the pirate accent, but I genuinely want to imagine that when our pirate queen laughs, she just out of nowhere goes full Skeletor. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's just a matter of fact.
Yeah.
It's just what skeletons do.
Anyway, back to the park. So
Right.
that boost, is that available for everyone, or is that a...
It's for you.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, basically, what you're encountering now is called a challenge. It is a multi-stage, non-combat obstacle. You need to use overcomes to basically fix the statue. And as you fail, bad things will happen.
Yay! How much worse can it get? What's the worst that could happen, guys?
I guess we'll see.
All right.
Can we spend things boosting and helping shit out instead of just direct overcomes as well? John?
You can, but I'm not gonna let you guys do a circle boost and then make an attempt and do a circle boost and make an attempt. It's like mechanically that makes sense, but it's not the most
No,
interesting
I'm saying for
comic
people-
book to watch like several panels of everyone patting each other on the back until one person makes an attempt.
Of course not. I would think like one person boosting and one person doing some kind of thing there.
Yeah, you can basically do assists through boosting. Yeah. So I'll say the first thing you need to do is figure out where the statue actually is. Now that you know it's there but not in phase. So if you've got any sort of roll for that. I figure between the Eldritch Professor and Rift, somebody's got to have something.
I'll probably be using my teleportation and my technology stuff, I would guess.
Do you have anything, Ed? Since you're involved in the
I have
investigation.
the right power and quality, but my dice are all
So
D8
this
there,
is
so having a boost would be nice if you don't have anything.
let's see, specific powers that have to do with overcome. The only thing I have is my red zone specialized info.
Well, it's no power. I meant like, do you have anything like power
Any
quality?
power-wise, like narratively, do you have anything that we can use, kind of thing?
Yeah, I would just use teleportation and history to try and pull it specifically back because it belongs here. It has historically belonged here.
I guess I'll be using my teleportation and technology.
Okay. So one of you, if you want, one of you wants to roll a boost, and the other one wants to roll a roll and overcome.
I shall assist you with this by gaining notes so that you can use your device. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Let's see here. Hmm.
Can I use my principal here again, John, or do I have to roll straight?
10,
Kind of thing.
56.
Let me just find your character.
Principle of science, because I'm using my scientific principles, so I can use my max dice instead of my mid dice, basically. That's the main thing I want to do.
So
Yes.
I got a 10, a 3, and a 2.
Okay, so that's going to give a +1 to Richard's roll. Richard.
Okay, I'm going to use my
Do I know when they made this statue for like what year it was, what day, when the revealing was?
I'm going to say yes, but I'm not going to give you those numbers,
Fair
dates.
enough.
I'm going to use another +1 bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And I get I get 6 plus 1 plus 1 is 8. I only roll in 3d8s. I have to use boost because otherwise I would get fails.
Well, remember, you can still succeed with a minor twist. Like, that's a success with a minor twist is still a success.
Well, I'm saying I am like very likely to fail. That's why I wanted to use boost up so I don't not as likely. So I roll
again, the only way you fail is if you roll
a 1.
3 or less.
Yeah,
a
but then
success with a minor twist is still a success.
I got a 6 plus 2, so I got an 8 again.
Okay. All right. So you've kind of figured out where it is in like 5-dimensional space. So the next thing you're going to have to do is kind of realign it, so that when you pull it back into this reality, it doesn't like come back somewhere else or come back in like across the distance of several football fields.
I may have a thing for this.
That would be for the best. We don't want another incident like old Mount Rushmore.
What?
Look, Japan was a class act. They returned it within 6 months.
What?
Yeah.
And the fact that it landed on that kaiju was a happy accident.
What?
Did you not see it on the news?
No.
It was a fine time.
It was one of the more odd things that happened in Mount Rushmore. But
one of the first times Andrew Jackson was good for something within 100 years.
All right, yeah, that's
actually, you forgot about all the old hero bases that were built there over the last 100 years as well, though. So technically, he's been acting as a cover, so not completely useless during the past 100 years. Everyone thinks that's a great place for the secret base, and they keep on piling on top of each
But
other.
they usually choose Lincoln though. Let's be real.
It's more Lincoln got too crowded, so they had to settle for the other three.
I just kind of want the vengeful ghost of Andrew Jackson to be a villain, major villain. In the Secret
I was just from out of the mist. I heard you chatting shit, and then just a Hickory Cane comes out and belts you around the head. 1v1 me IRL, brah. Slap, slap,
I
slap.
challenge you to a duel.
Anyways, what plans do you have?
Well, being captain of a ghost ship that allows me to sail the spectral seas does also allow me to anchor things that I need to keel haul or otherwise board. So she just gestures over to the ship, which is like a big glowing anchor, and goes, "That might be useful."
So you're gonna
All
drop the anchor through reality in order to anchor it and make sure it stays.
Yes.
The
Do
math
it.
checks out.
I just like to imagine somehow there are outdated or like debunked mathematical concepts that the professor is using, and just through sheer troll logic, it actually works.
I hate it.
No,
I almost prefer Spandex Man.
I don't think it would change like this the mood and just change the outfit.
he's part what's those things like reality warp protect. So his principles actually work for him
God.
because he believes them hard enough.
I was gonna say, Ed, have you read Discworld books?
Which books?
Terry Pratchett
Oh,
novels. Discworld.
Yes.
Are
Yes,
you-
I've
I'm assuming you're familiar
Read
with
some.
Bloody Stupid Johnson.
unfortunately not. Most of mine that I've read have had to do with Mort or death in general.
He's a kind of minor referred to character, but he's basically an inventor who is fantastically good at doing the wrong thing. So say for example you want a surface-to-air missile, you ask him to build a water fountain, wait for about half an hour as it ominously creaks, and then rockets into the sky at about Mach 3. He's also a man who built a wheel where the pi value of it was exactly 3 because he thought 3.14 something was too messy. He broke reality to make pi 3. And I feel like this is the concept for your character. He makes a non-Euclidean housing project because he needed to fit a certain amount of building materials in a certain amount of space, and somehow managed to make things fold in on themselves.
This is beautiful.
It's god.
Hey, there's just 5 right, like 90-degree angles in each of 4 of his building.
I think it is something along those lines, like the basement rear window opens up onto the penthouse front.
Okay. So
Do you want
someone
Hounds
needs
of
to roll
Tindalos?
something.
This is how you get Towns of Tindalos.
There's probably a dog flap for that, to be completely honest.
Anyways, roll.
Okay, so I'm going to do Hawkwind with where's my character sheet? I just closed my character sheet. Fucking swine.
I'm gonna guess magical lore.
Magical Law is probably going to be the other one. I'm just trying to remember the value of it.
It's a D8, so you're D8, D8, and D6.
Thank you.
Can someone give him a boost?
I've already got a boost. In fact, I've got a boost, and then I've also got, and I've got a. You know what?
Can you use the phrenology?
I'm going to go so fucking ham on this. I'm going to use 2 of my hero points, and I'm going to use the boost to give me a +3. So D8, D8, D6.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm taking the middle of the 2 dice, that'll be a 4 plus 3, so 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. So that is success with a minor twist. So, you have the statue with the anchor, but you realize that while it's hooked there, your boat can't quite move. So,
Blast! I forget the purpose of this anchor. Just a first
So-
mate looks over silently.
for the
know.
purposes of this scene, the Hawkwind is going to be reduced to a D6 because it is anchored.
Cool.
All right, but you have successfully aligned the reality planes. Now all that you need to do is heave ho, pull it through. And luckily there's a chain right there if somebody wants to just grab on.
At this point, I feel like
I'm gonna
Delahan's
do
just
that.
looking over at at Citizen Wrath.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna grab the chain and pull.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
hate
boost.
this is happening.
I'm gonna boost you really quick. I'm gonna boost you really
I
quick.
can't believe it. You be yanking me chain.
I hate you.
I hate myself as well. I have rather large self-esteem issues.
Can I boost myself first?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna boost you, but
Can we both boost me?
Yes.
Okay, I guess that's enough boosts then.
You can boost me if you want to.
Boost me, bruh.
I think this is what John said he didn't want us doing.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're not that many boosts. That's why I think I stopped.
so I'm gonna use cosmic plus deep space knowledge plus my D10 in order to like rip a portal open to help it along.
Okay.
Mhm. And then I'm gonna use cosmic and fitness.
You're not
as-
going to use strength?
I was gonna use cosmic here because she
Portal.
absorbs some sun rays.
Either
Okay.
way, that's a 7.
Also specifically galvanize boosts with cosmic, not strength.
Hmm?
Galvanize, the ability I'm using here to boost
Oh.
myself.
Oh, you're boosting yourself first. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that uses cosmic. So
Mhm.
let's see.
Is Cosmic Fitness something like
4.
any other gym?
So I guess it works.
Yeah. So to boost yourself with a 4, I believe that is +2. So
+2, and then I also got a. What did I
Another-
get from?
You got a 7 from me.
From
so that's another
Limnescape.
+2.
Okay.
So
All right, so roll with +4 then.
Yeah.
She absorbs. She absorbs the power of the sun, and then with now with Limnescape thinking with portals, grabs onto the chain and pulls. So I'm gonna do strength
mhm.
You're
plus
gonna use your principle of strength.
plus principle of strength. Yes. Max die. Everyone gets a hero point.
Yay.
So we should have 2 right now, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Principle of strength. And then I will use citizen hatred because I'm using a citizen because I am kind of relying on a citizen power right now.
Sure.
So that'll be 8, 12, and 8. I need another D8. Let me go ahead and get that. Ew. Okay. Well, I'm glad that I have a +4.
Remember,
How
you
bad
use
was
your
it?
max die.
Yeah, I know. I get a 6.
Ooh.
I rolled a 1, a 1, and a 2.
Oof. Okay. All right. So you yank that chain out, but at the same time, you were not expecting there to be this much resistance, especially when you were thinking with portals. So you're gonna take a -1 hinder to your next roll that deals with physical stuff because you've kind of strained your back and arms.
Okay.
All right, but yes, the the statue kind of snaps into place. It's still kind of hooked to the anchor, but as soon as it does, a woman uh, with steel skin in a slinky black dress appears out of the statue and quickly takes to the sky. Looking down on you all, she says, "Well, you've might have moved the statue for now, but with the air superiority given to me by Legacy's flight, it'll be little trouble to clear you out and put it back where it belongs."
You.
Her?
You don't even know who she is.
Yeah, and now you've ruined the dramatic.
Oh god, Polly just goes, "You!" and Soldier Boy cranks across the deck.
She points up at her. You. Do you recognize me at all?
No?
Well, screw you then. She's just gonna beat her up.
The important question is, does she recognize me at all because I am a celebrity?
I mean, maybe. She might. You don't know.
I don't know.
Alright, so team tracker time.
Is she summoning? Did she summon any minions or anything like that?
No.
Hmm.
She doesn't, but I mean, she's airborne and she's magic, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give initiative to Sisson.
Tears or what?
No. She's Sisson Sweat, but Sisson Wrath actually gets initiative. I assume.
Yeah. I'm gonna go punch her.
Okay. I mean, she is in the air, but
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna leap at her.
okay.
And I'm gonna punch her.
Sounds good.
I cannot fly. However, I can leap tall buildings.
Mhm.
So, she's going to Sister Wrath is going to leap into the air and try and actually, what would it be a hinder, like trying to hinder her or something to take her out of the air?
You could also, I would also consider that an overcome to knock her down.
Yeah, I'm going to try and overcome. I'm going to I will use the principle of great power again. Or no, I'll use the principle of strength. So everyone gets a hero point. Because what she is going to do, she's going to leap into the air, jumping as if she is going to smash into her. To as a feint, because that will cause her to dodge, and then I'm going to drop on her foot first. So do leaping, close combat, and a D8. -1 as well. Okay, that will be an 8.
All right, so you succeed in knocking her to the ground.
Excellent.
So she's no longer flying.
Yay.
Who are you passing to?
Oh right, I forgot that's the thing. I'm going to pass to who is there to meet her fist first, or blade first, or thing first.
I think we're all pretty much below, and you had jumped up, right?
Yeah, yeah. Who is gonna be the person that that Citizen Wrath has kicked Citizen. This is Sweat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kicked Citizen Sweat into.
Ugh.
I can use gravity to use teleportation into my my portal gun.
Do we see any sign of sweat of blood and tears? By the way.
You do not.
I'm kicking her at Mariposa.
Fair enough. Well, Mariposa was... oh dear. So Mariposa was basically about to spawn a minion. I was just kind of walking over to the girl like, all right, get yourselves in. Oh, shite! What smells like salty onions? Oh, God, it's her!
Whoops.
I mean, you can still summon a minion. That's still... You can still do that. You could just flub the follow through on that move.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I know my plan is using self-discipline and teleportation to time it to yeet her back into the air.
Nice.
It seems mean, but at the
let's
same
use
time, very funny.
teleportation to drop it back down to the ground. Say for like a pinball.
So I was just digging up my minion maker rules, and I haven't put them out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so... Da-da-da-da-da. Right, so I'm going to use the... what was it? So the Hawkwind, which is unfortunately now a D6. Another D6, and then I'm going to use... I mean, leadership seems like a good one to go for again, seeing as, you know, I'm telling these lazy bastards to get off their asses and start kicking it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that's 2d6 and a d10. I will use the last 2 hero points I've got. Fuck me gently, I am rolling so badly. So I got a 1, a 2, and a 4, so that's... oh, actually, no, hang on a second, how does this work again? Oh, no, it is just that then. Okay, so... tabs, please. So that ends up being a 4. So house pet sized. Oh, god damn it.
Well,
Do you have
like the monkey jack?
What do you mean you've unionised? At least Ted the monkey's loyal to me. What do you mean you want a banana? Fuck's sake.
Okay, so what kind of action can this monkey make?
Attack, boost, hinder, or overcome. But it acts on the start of my turn, so it can act next turn.
Yeah, but which action are you?
I was going to use attack, so I'm assuming I'm about to yeet a bone monkey at this poor fucking thing.
Okay. So when you create a minion, it can only take one action. So that is now an attack monkey.
Perfect.
It can't solve problems. It can't boost you. It can't hinder enemies. All it does is just go for the eyes.
I don't know where I am. I don't know what I'm wielding. All I know is I must kill. Oh my god! I realised if I had more bonuses, I could have made it an exploding attack monkey.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Or burrowing. Oh no, not burrowing. That sounds bad. So, okay, fair enough. So, there is just this argument on deck as Polly is shouting at the crew, and then just a small, incredibly angry capuchin monkey skeleton pops up out of the deck and jumps onto her. And then she is hit by a flying sweat person.
So you're gonna
Okay.
cast a sweat then?
Yeah, who are you passing
Yeah,
to?
I just think it makes sense that, yeah, Sweat gets to go because she gets thrown at the one person who was absolutely not ready for her yet.
Okay. So,
Capuchins are nice, but not as amazing as the Golden Lion Tamarin.
okay. She is going to use magical lore and fire and her status die to put up an arcane barrier to keep her from being smacked around anymore. Unfortunately, she does this right on top of Mariposa. And seem to have lost my d6. 1 second. Okay. So, Mariposa, you're going to take 8 damage from being at ground zero. And she's now barriered up. And she's going to pass to Rift.
Okay.
Or wait, sorry. No, she's going to pass the environment.
Okay.
And because this is Megaopolis and it is the worst environment in the entire game, despite being obviously in the middle of a fight, a news crew has arrived on scene to chat up. Oh, well, definitely they're going to chat up. Sorry, what's your character's name again, Tyler?
Lemniscate?
Yeah, Lemniscate. Um, so that's going to be a -2.
-2, all right.
Also, Luke, to answer your question, it is generally bad to leave the villain to the end of the turn because the villain can pass to the environment, and the environment can pass to the villain, giving the villain essentially a double turn.
We want to be able to double turn on basically. So
Yeah.
we want.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Oh, also the scene tracker goes up by 1 generally. Also, so I'm gonna have the environment actually pass to Lemniscate because you have a choice. You can either try to perform a successful interview or just kind of blow off press to and keep focusing on the villain.
Would it be an overcome to do the successful interview?
It would.
Well, I think it makes sense that I would use my principle of youth to be immature to try and overcome and have a good interview.
To focus on the press and not the villain wreathed in fire.
Yeah, who's currently on top of my friend.
Yes.
So, social media is its own enemy.
Yeah.
That you have to slay.
All right, so I'm going to use Presence, Rising Pop Star, and my D10, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'll use my +1. But that will bring it up to a 5, so I succeed but with a minor twist.
Okay. So
Everybody gets a hero point though, so
yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll do it. I'll take that hero point.
You put out a good interview. What was your max die?
my max die was an 8.
An 8. Did you sorry, did you take you took the -2 penalty from?
Oh wait, that's because I'm using youth. It's max die. Okay, sorry, I wasn't thinking because I rolled a 4-4-8 and I've used my middle die, but with the -2 +1 that brings it 9 -2 that'll make it a 7. Is
Okay.
a 7 a full success or is that it's 8?
Yeah,
That's a full success.
8's a full success.
Yeah, so I'm still in that area.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So what happens is your
I'll say the minor twist for youth is who has been put out by your overconfidence, if that helps with anything.
yeah, so I'm going to give a -2 annoyance penalty to citizen
Wrath.
to citizen Wrath, as you see your teammates stop in the middle of a fight against your sworn enemies to do an interview.
Come on! So that's a -2 hinder, I assume?
Yeah. Yeah, you're
That only applies on my next roll, I believe.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's neither persistent. It's not persistent. You're just momentarily very upset with your teammate for not
for spending their turn dealing with the environment.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be punching the enemy, not using grappling hook.
Mm-hmm. Okay, who are you passing to?
I believe we have.
I still have Gone and.
Yeah. Okay, I'll pass it.
Neither has. Okay, Delahan. So they're on fire right on top of who was it? Mariposa?
Mm-hmm.
That will not do. Like I said, self-discipline and teleportation to run forward and yeet them into a pond as an attack.
Okay.
So let's see. That's going to be a D8, a D12, and a D6. Since we're still in green for the scene, right?
Yep.
Okay. D6, 1D12. So that's an 11, a 7, and a 2. Plus, I'm going to add my boost of phrenology because I still have that because he's yeeting her by kicking her in the head, teleporting her.
Okay, so
that'll be an 8 then.
That's an 8. All right. With your phrenology bonus, you managed to just barely pierce her shield.
John, you're quite quiet. I think your headset might be up.
Yes.
I couldn't really hear that, John.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Yeah. You just barely managed to pierce her shield.
By the way, defend happens on all attacks or just the first one?
Some abilities will say all attacks. Some abilities will just a regular defense is just the first one.
Okay, so she's open now.
One pseudoscience well spent.
Okay, who do you pass to, Ed?
I'm gonna pass it off to Rift.
I think Rift's the only person left. Yeah.
Okay, I will attack using my portal assault.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a D8, a D12, and a D8. Okay, 6.
Oh, wait, sorry. I misread what her ability does. She actually... sorry, you actually deal the full 8 damage. Sorry about that.
Oh, is it that if you happen to get through, all of it gets through?
No, it's that her her ability is specifically defends her allies, not herself.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
Okay,
Uh.
I attack her for 6, and I give her a hinder with my roll of 3.
Okay.
So give her a -1.
Okay.
As I use my portals to hurl a nearby garbage can and let it jump on her head.
All right.
And cover her head temporarily.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's the start of a new round.
Okay, I'll pass over to the captain. Luke.
Oh god, me.
Yes, Captain Mariposa.
Well, I'm afraid it's not me. It's the monkey.
I wanted the monkey go. That's why I let you.
Okay.
So this monkey goes off like a fucking hand grenade. Not literally, actually. No, that would be bad.
All right.
That would also you would be arrested right now for it.
Concussive simian force.
God damn it. I've just realised I have actually not got all the rules for using minions because I'm a complete frigging idiot.
Why though?
Because I decided to play a minion spawning character during very early doors.
If a minion rolls
I did warn you. I feel like I did warn you about this.
You absolutely did. You absolutely did. I'm just
Oh, these are the early rules?
No, these are as close to the final version of the rules as we currently have, but
so
I assume the issue is less how early the rules are, but how early it is for Luke generally.
What is the die for your monkeys?
That's what I'm just looking up. I'm just waiting for this PDF to actually load its ass.
Yeah, the PDFs are a little bit poorly
Optimized.
Yeah. Luckily, I have a much more optimized Unity character sheet open, so I can look that up for you.
So that's how they do if they're attacked.
It's a D6, I believe. You rolled somewhere in the 1 to 3 range last time.
Oh god damn it! It's right goddamn there. Sorry, I wasn't realizing. Yeah, it would be a D6 minion.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yep.
So I just rolled a flat D6.
Yep.
The monkey is just as competent as I am because that's a 4. I don't think I've got a result higher than a 4 so far.
I mean, 4 on a D6 isn't terrible.
Oh, I know. I'm just annoyed that I'm probably now going to roll worse than the fucking monkey when it comes to doing an attack.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I mean, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Oh god. Let's have a look here. Yeah, you know what? Let's harvest some life force. Gonna unsheathe the bloody lament and just have at this horrible bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so use my minimum die, take damage equal to my mid die. One nearby ally recover the cells equal to my max die. Okay, so I'm at yellow, so we're looking at.
I will point out that you are the only person who's been injured so far.
I just realised that the shrug and the squeaky noise made no sense unless you could see the shrug.
Okay.
Oh, God's sake. Where the fuck? Did I just close the... No, it's there. Ah! Oh, actually, you know what? Yes! I'm gonna power up my monkey!
What?
What?
I'm gonna use part detachment to power up my bone monkey.
Are you gonna break yourself down and like attach yourself to your monkey?
He's gonna turn himself into power armor for his monkey.
No. I'm gonna break the monkey's head off, put my own skull on top of it, and say assuming direct control.
Oh god.
Okay.
So I'm going to. Oh fucking hell! Okay.
So you're going to boost with part detachment.
So that's a D6 and then a D8.
And then you pick a quality as well.
Oh, that would be. Oh yeah, boost has a quality as well. Conviction. Because god damn it, if the monkey's going to be more competent than I am, I'm going to take its fucking job. So that's a DN and a pair of D8s.
Okay.
And once a fucking again, the fucking monkey is more competent than I am because I got a 3 on a D10 and 2 D8s. Oh no, this is minimum and maximum, isn't it? For fuck's sake. You know, temporary bonus. I'll add my maximum die, so that's going to be a 5. So. Oh, so I suppose just next attack it gets. Next attacks it gets a +5. Fair enough, that's my turn.
Sorry, which ability are you using? Is this your...
So I'm using Power Up, one of my green abilities.
Okay. Yeah. So either you use your max die or your mid die and make that bonus persistent. So
I rolled 2 3s and a 5.
Okay, so you're using your max die. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, then... Okay, so that gives it a +2 next round.
Oh yes, because we're also boosting it different to everything.
How much damage did the monkey do anyways?
There's a chart.
Yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I will pass over to... let's pass over to Rift.
I haven't. Okay, sure. I will.
If anyone else thinks they could go or be useful now, feel free.
Okay, I'll attack again with my same attack again to give her another hinder.
Okay.
Let me see what I roll. Let's see
I'm sorry to ask. Do we have an idea how much HP she has?
You can tell that you've been dealing damage to her, but she's not too seriously damaged yet.
Okay,
I assume that's also because Citizen Wrath hasn't, actually gone for a hit yet.
I do another 6, and I drop another garbage can over her head to give her another -1.
Okay.
and I pass it over to Citizen Raph.
Okay. I'm gonna at this point she's at this point has landed on the ground. And she's just gonna charge her.
Mm-hmm.
She just charges into her taking a -2 hinder because she's angry. So strength, close combat, and the
I mean, that's basically your best die pool, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
And here we are talking to Luminescent in the Heroes Park. Is that Citizen Wrath?
Ooh, okay. I got a 3.
Ooh.
As your mid die?
Oh,
Okay.
my mid die, right? I forgot. No, I got a 2.
Ooh.
Wow.
Is that
I
counting
rolled-
your -2 because you're pissed at me?
That's with the -2. I rolled 2, 4, and 5. You caused me to fail, actually.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
an attack, so you don't fail.
Yeah, you still deal two damage to her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like Overcomes. There's no minimum threshold you need to meet.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
like to think that part of the problem is that I chucked her into a lake, so you had to run it into the lake to punch her.
Actually, she's also has covered in garbage hands that's hampering her sight, but maybe protecting her face a bit.
That what happens is like Citizen Rest started running and then got deeper into the water, started awkwardly waiting. Clement, where are you?
Next up, a personal piece on whether or not littering in the city lake is a problem caused by superheroes.
Who do we have left?
Me and the villains.
I'm gonna pass it to her. We're currently underwater because you were thrown into a lake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
so,
fight
like,
is happening in a lake right now.
Yeah, so we're currently at neck deep in the lake. You also put a fucking trash can on her head?
2
That's
trash
correct.
cans now.
2. And I punched her in one of the trash cans. And that worked as armor.
Okay. Well, she's going to use her magic to try and burden you from the inside.
Ow.
So she deals 1 damage to you, but she does reduce all of your quality dice by 1 size until her next turn.
Oof.
Oof.
Now you know what it's like to be a burrito inside of a microwave.
Yeah. So she kind of like lays her hand on you and channels heat from her body into yours.
Yeah, thanks, I hate it.
Uh-huh. All right. So she passes the environment. The environment takes its last green box. We are now officially in yellow.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait, Nate, don't you have armor or like a resist damage ability?
Actually, yeah, I do. I forgot about that.
Yes,
Reduce any physical or energy damage you take by 1 while I'm in the green zone.
Okay, so you take 0 damage.
Okay. Does
You're
that mean
just-
that the ability doesn't even hit?
No, she still makes you uncomfortably warm, reducing your physical abilities.
But I'm too mad to be I'm too angry at her to be affected.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it hurt. It's just that you're wet and now you're hot, so you've got that weird like humid thing going on. So it's not
I hate
that
it.
fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This sucks. You suck.
Yeah.
Every single one of you suck.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we are in yellow.
I'm trying to remember. I know I yeeted with the teleportation last round. What did I do this round?
Okay. Wow, I completely messed up how this was supposed to work.
What happened?
Excellent.
I was supposed to start the scene tracker when you were restoring the statue.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Huh.
That means I think we should only have one more point then, because
Yeah. Yep.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was looking at the minor twists that the scene can throw at you guys, but and I realized one of them talks about like adding an extra box to the restore the statue challenge. But we'll just forget about that and instead so Indictor Citizen Sweat, as far as you know, is going to use her spare hand to activate a magical trap in the park, causing one of the civilians nearby to become ensorcelled. They have become a D8 minion on the scene. Also, they are, a mind-controlled civilian, so if you hurt them too bad, things might not turn out great for you guys. Like, in a social, law-abiding sense. But yeah, that's the twist.
So specifically, does this count as a thing I can overcome? This magical sigil that's ensorcelling them?
It's so they will count as a D8 minion. But for the purposes of, you can quote unquote attack them to attack their enchantment,
To desorcel them.
to desorcel them. So you don't have to roll overcomes, but you, like, narratively what you're doing is not just punching them, unless you were just want to punch them, which is an option. Just
We'll have
usually
conf-
not your best choice.
I just really want to use my exorcism.
You can use exorcism. Like, is that a principle you have?
Yes, the principle of exorcism.
You know
But
what? Yes,
it's an
yes.
overcome.
I will allow you
It's
to use
literally
principle
an
of.
overcome.
I will allow you to use principle of exorcism to reduce their die size.
I'm like, this is bullshit. I got this power and I can't even use it the way I want to.
Yeah, good. Yeah, okay, sure. Also, who is the last person who needs to go now?
me.
Okay, go.
Again, my question. I remember last round I had yeeted at the very end. What did I do this round? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember.
I don't actually think you have gone this round. Sorry. Normally I track this with like cards on a physical table, so.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Sure. I want to see you do your exorcism thing. You go.
You go first.
Okay, so that's going to be the principle of exorcism. Which is overcome entities or elements from another dimension using your max die. You and each of your allies gain a hero point. It's an action. So that's if I remember right, a D8 for my principles. Or what were they specifically?
It's unless it says a specific thing you have to roll. You just choose a power or quality and a status die. And your status die is normal.
So
just use your max die instead. I believe.
I'm gonna say mystical lore probably makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Well, magical lore. So magical lore and telepathy, and we're in yellow, so that's gonna be 3d8. Let me roll that, and then I get the max. So that is a 5 and 2 2s. So that's going to be a 5.
Okay. 5. That's a success with a minor twist.
And we all gain that 5th hero die.
Yay.
Yep. Let's see. So, I'm going to assume whatever you did still looked mildly unnerving because it's you, Ed.
You're realizing that his entire math for this mental thing and the hand motions, he's operating on a Ptolemaic system for what reality is. A geocentric model of the universe.
Okay, that's so somebody in the crowd randomly will point at your character and say, "Look, he's using a geocentric system of reality. That's incorrect." And the crowd is panicking. So everyone is going to take a -2 hinder.
Oh,
As the crowd is now panicking around you about whether or not the Earth is the center of the universe or not.
Of course, this is a side effect of Ed doing something.
Look, I asked what was disturbing about it, and Ed gave me one thing, so.
Fair.
I mean, this is telepathy, and unfortunately, he's just leaking out eldritch knowledge into the crowd.
Right.
Are you
Okay,
saying,
How
are you saying you have some kind of arcane incontinence? Ugh.
Now it passes to me.
Are you
Yep.
saying he doesn't?
I'm not going to touch that one.
Yeah, probably safe not to. Yes, and now we're gonna shift it to the last person, Luminous. I can't pronounce your name right. I'm sorry, my dude.
Lemniscate.
Lemniscate.
Look, guys,
Yes.
just go play the Somnium Files. It's a great game, I swear.
Whatever, Lemniscate.
Anyway, so I'm going to use my hero point because I got a +1 and a +4, and I'm going to spend my +4, which I guess I'm at a +2 now. And I'm going to. She's still in the pond, right?
Yes. Yes, she is still in the pond.
Okay, so I'm going to stand at the edge of the pond and be like, well, you're in trouble now. Because you're surrounded by me and my new friends.
That's the best, Chad.
Let me finish. Let me finish because actually it's got to be with me, my new friends. Come on, go get her, guys! And then I'm going to attack using animal control.
Oh, are all the geese just going to?
Yeah, animal control, creativity, and my status die in order to have the geese just swarm her and attack her. The geese from last episode that I talked to.
I think they were ducks last episode.
Either way. I mean, I want to retcon that they were geese because
Okay.
we know that Ed got his information by talking to Eldritch Abominations.
There's nothing
And
more
geese.
eldritch than geese.
Yeah. So but yeah, so that's D8 10, which gives me it's at a +2, so that is 10 damage. 10 damage from a swarm of geese.
Just remembering young me who was a dumbass and was chasing geese until they decided to chase him.
That is a mood I can actually share.
All right. Well, she's looking less great. Who goes next?
Now, Sisson Wrath, finish her off.
Gladly. I'm gonna just uppercut her into the sky. So, and then I'm gonna, and I am going to go ahead and use my +3, because again, she's been chasing this.
I just have this mental image now of a trash can with legs sticking out the bottom of it being bitten by geese before Citizen Wrath runs up and just punches this trash can into the
Citizen
air.
Wrath has been engaged in a kind of a melee with this whole time. She's like not even running up. She's just like she's standing there, and like trying to hit her, and the geese are pecking at her, and then she just
Oh.
Okay.
Our fight is such a shit show.
Get a 6. That -2 hinder sucked.
Okay. So she is knocked out of the pond. Sorry, just checking. Were you using Power Strike?
I'm not in the yellow.
The scene's in the yellow.
Oh, the scene's in the yellow. Oh, okay. In that case, I forgot. The scene is in the yellow. So in that case, it would be 10.
Yes, because you need to update the tracker, because at the moment it still looks like it's in the green.
It goes into yellow once it runs out of green boxes.
There's only one box mark, though.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to press save on the changes. There it is.
That's cool.
Yes, sorry, you are in yellow. Okay, yeah, so, she is very hurt on probably her last leg.
Do you remember me now?
Mildly.
Cool. I'm
Sorry,
still gonna wreck your. I'm still gonna wreck your shit.
Okay, who are you passing to?
I'm going to pass. So at this point, I'm the only one who's gone, right? In this round.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, because that was the
Okay.
last time I passed it to you.
Okay. I'm going to pass to Mariposa.
So, I'm just trying to work out precisely where the fuck spatially Citizen Sweat, or whatever her name is supposed to be, is.
She just got yeeted outside of the pond.
Yeah, she could land wherever. She could still be falling. What do you want for this scene?
Well, it's not necessarily me as much as it is the monkey.
What does the monkey want?
The monkey wants to work out where she's gonna land, and then just kind of be like a horrible bone murder pillow. So just
I don't
But
like
a
what you're saying.
A monkey very specifically with a human skull on top.
yes. No, with a human skull instead of the normal head. So it is very lopsided. The hat is still on it as well. Fuck's sake, why am I doing this? Because of the and I'm glad I did that fucking boost, otherwise I'd be rolling at a -2 here. So yeah,
If the monkey takes her out, I'm gonna be happy.
You do have to worry about the geocentric model of the universe right now.
How the fuck do I navigate? My compass is a lie. So let me just roll a d6 to see how well the murder monkey does. Oh fuck! Well, that's a 6. And the bonuses and penalties cancel each other out, so that's just a flat 6. It's this fucking monkey skeleton with a human skull on it. He's just sitting there like a wide receiver ready to catch, except it's a plummeting supervillain, which it then proceeds to maul.
Just imagining the Diddy Kong like jump onto grapple and then claw.
Pretty much. Down B, down B.
Well,
And if that doesn't take it out, that's still my actual that's still my actual thing to do.
Quite take it out.
In which case, Mariposa's body with a monkey skull on top of it. Because it would be rude to just throw the skull away.
You know, you're right. It would be rude.
Oh, fuck's sake. We'll swing around with the bloody lament and we'll go for some Harvest Life Force.
Okay.
Because I think some of us have taken some lumps now.
Not as many as you think. I haven't taken any lumps.
I think literally it's still just you because the one attack was a defense.
God fucking damn it. I feel bad about this now. We're just kicking the shit out of a poor random person. I mean, they stole a statue. There's no need for circle stomping. Okay, so that's a D8.
Because of who she is.
Let's say... dishonorably honourable, we'll go with that as well. So D8, D8, and a... Oh, D8. And 5, 6, 7 as the result. So, unfortunately, this means I hurt myself some more. Right, so... And do I apply the -2 to all 3 of these?
No, just you can basically choose where it applies.
Oh, cool. I'll apply it to the one that damages me then. Fair enough. So my min die will be my damage, which will be 5. My mid die is 6, which I'll reduce down to 4 damage. So I'm now at 20 hit points. And someone can take 7 points of healing if they need it.
I'm good.
That's just this.
I'm good.
It's this angrily chittering monkey with a cutlass. Sorry, angry chittering monkey skull on a human body wielding a cutlass swings down and starts slashing.
What was the name of the monkey?
I made a monkey out of myself.
Sorry, how much damage was that again?
So that was 5 points of damage.
That'll do it.
Oh, fair enough.
All right, so,
And what was the monkey's rank on the ship? Because if he's not the first officer...
This is an important distinction.
Master at Arms.
Why? Why is this?
Have you seen that fucker sword fight? What do you think he's a Master of Arms?
all right, so, with her defeated, and I assume the police coming in to take her away, she says, "You fools will not defeat the Vandals. We are masters of the mystic arts."
You're masters of getting your butt kicked, apparently. And that's it. You suck. Go to jail.
Do not be passing go. Do not collect 200 doubloons.
Exactly. 0 doubloons for you.
I'm glad someone made the joke because I really wanted to, but I held back.
I'm glad someone on this team has self-restraint. Because it isn't me, she says, still on her monkey's body. Sitting on her body's shoulder with the monkey skull on it.
I love how that's a thing, but people are more scared of the guy doing funky math.
Hey, look. A couple of bones swapped around is normal. Any weird taxidermist can do that shit. Shaking your faith in the basic foundation of our universe, that takes some skill.
That's fair.
Takes the worst kind of skill.
Although if you do it too much, then Carl Sagan's Revenant is going to pop up and start slapping your shit about, so be careful.
I'd pay to see that.
Oh, man. Just as an avatar of cosmic harmony, just I will fuck your shit up and make you enjoy the experience.
I'm pretty sure the Dullahan has had to deal with the Revenant before. He's just come back from it. One of my red waves is Resurrection.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Once per issue, when you would go to 0 health, roll part detachment plus self-discipline plus red zone die. Your health becomes that number.
I only have major regeneration to heal up from if I'm in the red zone. I don't get to just. I had to take a turn during it instead of having to have the auto hack.
No, I just come back from death.
Yeah.
I can basically check around a corner and heal up a bit.
Okay.
But Dullahan's just looking as they're being taken away and looking over at the statue. But who are the Vandals?
Bunch of idiots.
Can I roll for my Principle of Whispers as he's trying to ask the powers that be?
Sure.
Let's see. So that's going to be cosmic power plus otherworldly mythos plus the seed's still yellow, right? Or is that just over? Okay, so that's going to be
still yellow.
A 10 and 2 d8s. So that's going to be a 6, a 4, and a 3, and it says to take the max die. So that's a 6.
Okay, so that's going to be a success with the Minor Twist. What's the Minor Twist for Principle of Whispers?
Well, I'm glad you asked. The minor... how did the voice in your head just distract you?
Okay.
The honking doesn't help.
Yeah, so so when you look into the answers, the whispers are fairly dismissive 3 dabblers who are getting in over their heads with mystic arts. However, have you considered that the Earth may not be flat nor round, but is actually inverted?
Consider if 2 guys were on the moon and one killed the other with a rock. Would that be fucked up?
Wait, did the voices Earth theory?
Voices proceed to inform you that the Earth is hollow. What do you do?
Is the voice?
No, we are inside of a hollow Earth.
Is the voice inside your head David Icke?
Either way, Dullahan's just looking off into the middle distance.
He's having a whoa moment.
So I know that there's 3 people, is that all I've gotten out of that, other than being contemplating an inverted Earth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Did I get any names for these three, other than Citizen Sweat?
yeah, actually, you get the I'll say the voices will give you 3 names. The names are Inductor, Tear, and Stygian.
Huh.
Wait.
Huh.
Something doesn't seem right.
Yeah, Dullhead will comment. And could he have asked them which of the 3 Citizen Sweat was? Before they stopped talking to him and confused him?
Yeah, sure. Citizen Sweat was Inductor.
Okay, yeah, he'll let you guys know that.
Who are the other two then? John? Inductor.
Tear and Stygian.
What?
The voices
That's
from
weird.
beyond.
Are they imitators?
Imitators of
Imitating what?
imitating what?
The Citizens Brigade?
Yeah. Because I mean, like, if that's not, is that Citizen Sweat or is that this?
That was absolutely Citizen Sweat.
Yeah, the facial recognition. Yeah, saying it's definitely Citizen Sweat.
But that means Blood and Tears are going by the other 2 names?
I guess so. Sound.
By Stygian and Terror.
Did they quit this?
Not Terror, Tear.
Terror. Oh.
Did they quit the Citizens of the Sun? I mean, good for them if they do that, but still, screw them.
Yeah. I mean, they're still off doing villainous things, so...
Yeah.
They just sound
You know what? Let's have an interrogation. The police have Sweat. They have Citizen Sweat. They don't have sweat. They're probably sweating. It's kind of.
I mean, have you ever worn a tack vest like that before? It's
Yeah, I would be very sweaty. They definitely have sweat, but also they have Citizen Sweat. Let's go request it. Let's go request an interrogation.
All right.
Yes,
so
we'll make
you're
them
all
sweat.
walking over to the police car to go request an interrogation when one of the radios goes off saying that there's some trouble at Megalopolis Museum of Art. Initial reports mention a woman with bone-like skin who Citizen Wrath would recognize as Citizen Tears.
Oh, yep, that's Tears. Oh, didn't even need to do the interrogation. That's not fun. I haven't done an interrogation before.
they didn't even. So we have a villain named Tear and Citizen. They just remove the S in the name Citizen. It's lazy.
Some of them are pretty lazy. It seems like some of them were. Inductor was at least a little bit more changed.
Hey, I'm gonna ask that we pause this topic real quick. Art museum.
Let's head over there now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys gonna
assume
stop
that's what we're
for now, I guess. So as we dash off to the next scene, or do you just want to?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I think we should probably call it here. We don't have time to do an entire another fight.
As Dullhead is running after you guys, terror in his heart, knowing he's going at an incline.
Just as a pause, camera swings back over to the Hawkwind where there's an awkward silence as Polly's skull looks over to the monkey skull and goes, "Now, are we going to be civil about this?" And then she just gets dropped off the body. Yes, scurrilous arsehole.
Oh, also, anybody who had impaired dice can repair those now back to their full value.
Woo.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay.
Ooh, there we go.
But yeah, that's yeah. So, of the three, Inductor is by far the weakest because all of her mechanics require her working with other villains.
And we find
Really?
Okay.
And they put her just by herself in the module?
Yeah, they specifically call this out in the text, but the point is that if the fight goes long enough, she will just escape away and will reappear in a later fight.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, she is also the first villain of a 3-villain fight adventure. You don't put the biggest fight at the beginning.
Well,
Right.
I guess
Oh, yeah.
because another thing is, I guess saying is she guaranteed to? I wonder if she's guaranteed to escape and actually have all three at once, or is it more of you fight one at a time now?
So this adventure is for one at a time, but they also the point is also you can use these stats on other games.
Mhm.
So if we were to continue this on past this adventure,
They can show up again.
yeah,
With
but
those
all,
stats.
yeah,
All
with all
together.
three of them, and then
Crush us.
yeah, so
Yes, and then make us weep.
mhm.
Cry blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh, man.
so
Hate them.
This game, guys. This game.
yeah, so are you guys having fun?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're bullshitting really hard on this game.
I'm having fun. I haven't much chance because other than saying, let's see, how do I hinder with my teleportation? Drop garbage cans on her head, and then it works well by giving her armor for everyone's bad rolls. I find that hilarious how we kind of spin that.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to pull up every outdated pseudoscience I can get my hands on.
I'm just glad I actually got to use continuity and use that +4 for the geese. Continuity is fun.
Oh, I didn't even get to use my other +2.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I didn't use a single one of those 5 dice.
Well, now you,
yeah.
well, now you've got 5 new ones.
yeah.
I have 5 new ones to ignore next session.
And the old ones also proof away, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Well, the thing is, you put them to hero point rewards to assign them, and I assume the hero point rewards at least carry over.
Nope. Rewards are gone. They last one.
Yeah. you have to use them.
Then why would you have multiple spots for +4? Because then you can't.
Because you could get +4s from just +4s. Like if you got a +4 that just is persistent.
Oh, so just to mark that down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I wouldn't put under hero point rewards. Then either way.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Hey, Nate.
Yo.
I've finally got over this bullshit about Mondays.
Oh, cool. Is it are we complete with this bullshit?
I think we are complete with this bullshit.
Okay.
I have made it so I'm no longer getting a Thursdays off. Instead, I'm getting Mondays off.
Yay.
Okay.
So I shouldn't have to deal with this shit anymore. For the
Alright
longest
then.
time, I always opened, and then the boss, for whatever reason, decided she needed to have me close. And then when I talked to her about it, she had already made the schedule for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had a text from a coworker who's like, "Hey Ed, can you close Thursday for me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll exchange shifts with you. Would you like to work Monday for me so I can do my thing?" She's like, "Oh, I forgot my child has a WIC appointment." I was like, "Ah!"
It's all good.
Is there a Monday night game?
Yeah, Star Wars. Did anyone tell you how it resolved?
No, but I was going to just look over the notes.
Okay, yeah, Greg does take real good notes.
Yes, he does. Greg is an inspiration. I should take notes like Greg does. I won't, but I should.
I'm the GM and I don't take notes like Greg does.
He takes them while playing, and I'm just watching the Google Doc, and I'm like, oh, good.
Yeah. Greg's kind of insane with his note taking. I remember from the Breakfast Cult games that we played with him.
Yeah.
Shall I close down the recording?
Yeah, go ahead.